We have set out on a mission to send darkness to light, bringing relief to dark energy, spirits, and in turn, those suffering in this third dimension. Lead investigator, paranormal navigator, and healing facilitator, Natalie Jones.
Some of them get really creepy looks on their faces.
Paranormal navigator and investigator, Nicole Hansen.
And a darker male voice said, yes.
On one
Psychic
side, there's
medium
what
and
words
paranormal
that
researcher,
Satan told him,
Char
and then
Louise.
on the other side, there were words that he was listening to the words.
Hi, I'm Janet.
Equipment tech, builder, and
I see
paranormal
the
researcher,
creator,
J.W.
owner,
Prather.
builder, everything.
Our friend Joe.
Still photographer, Joey Davis Jr.
Photos and camera.
Join us as we embark on a journey to dispel darkness and uncover truth in the paranormal field never gone before.
Oh my God! Yo, Natalie!
Cast in the shadows of the Baker Hotel, 125 feet away, sits the haunted Hill House. With ties to the hotel through underground passageways, this home was once a brothel, giving way to activities such as gambling, prostitution, and bootlegging. Those with higher status would travel these underground passageways and misbehave with discretion. Over the years, many deaths have occurred on the property, some even unaccounted for. This very room holds the residual place memory of a fight that broke out over a card game where a man was murdered in cold blood. Rumor has it a man named Willie impregnated his niece Elizabeth. They gave birth to a little boy named Joshua, who was born disfigured. He soon thereafter murdered them both in this home. There have been satanic rituals on this property, an indication of multiple portals to hell. We are here at the Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas, just next door to the renowned Baker Hotel. This location, over the years, has had reports of murders, satanic ritual, and there are also reports of child spirits who dwell here. We are here, Ghosthunter Girls, Concho Valley Paranormal, to crack this place wide open and truly uncover exactly what has happened here over the years. Join us as we go into the Haunted Hill House.
Anthony.
Within minutes of being in the house, we encountered an unseen force.
Hold on.
As soon as I stopped.
Did you hear that bang?
Yeah.
It's my iPad. No, are you kidding me right now? Look.
Yeah, follow
My iPad I had it right here.
You want it? Yeah, give it to me. Got it.
Okay, so we were upstairs and we heard this bang, and Dylan was right here at the bottom of the steps, and I was right there talking to him, and we heard this. And I said, hurry, go. So we ran down the stairs. My iPad is right down on the floor. It was up here. Okay, now look how this is set up. Okay, this is styrofoam. So it's got cushion on it. There should be no reason why it just, like, it sounded like it almost flew off. You know what I mean? I had it like this. There's no way this is coming off like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to either.
Okay, now look.
Like, that had to have been slammed down.
Now, whatever spirit did this, did it facetiously and with intention to break my electronic purposely. Who is here with us right now? Who is responsible for breaking my iPad? Me. Did you hear that? It sounded like a female. Are you targeting me because you know you can't do anything to me besides mess with my stuff? Yep.
Yeah, I heard that clear.
Is that all you've got? Did you do this on purpose? Yes.
The name direct link derives from the fact that we, the humans, are a direct link in the communication with this device. When we lay our finger back here, we are giving an entity or a being, whatever else it is, permission to use our energy for communication.
Who threw my iPad down on the floor?
Walter.
Is Walter human?
Power. This is getting weird.
Yeah, I'm checking.
You have power by throwing my iPad down on the floor? Elemental. Elemental spirit.
Oh Lord, I'm like kicking balls right now.
An it. Okay, so it, Walter is an it, elemental, power. Why are you targeting me? Strong. You're targeting me because I'm strong?
What? These are like, this is a full-on conversation.
Are you going to leave me alone tonight? Bet. Bet. Make a bet. So you are going to target me tonight? Screw.
Screw you.
It's gonna screw with me. What do you want from me?
Creek.
Holy, Shar said that there's a creek nearby. Something's trying to get my attention. And this is directly in relation to the little girl named Becky. So Shar says that this little girl, Becky, was murdered in the well out back. And then she was moved to a creek to make it look like that she had drowned. Well, no one knows about this little girl named Becky. And even the owner, after I had this conversation with Shar, I went to the owner, Catherine, and asked her about if there was a little girl named Becky. And she said, yes. And it was in relation to one of the vessel dolls. But she said that the doll is not called Becky in public and that there's no possible way for anyone to know about this little girl named Becky. And so I said, so then what you're telling me is that there's no possible way for this is not online anywhere. There's no possible way for anyone to know about this. And she said, yes. So Shar is really honed in on this little girl, Becky. And then about a week ago, she came back and she said, doll, mama, sister, gift. And so Shar said that what she was saying was this doll, when she was alive, was a gift from her mom or her sister. And she's very close to it. She said that she could see her laying her head on the doll. And she even described to me what the doll looked like. And what she described is the doll that is sitting right out there on the sofa.
Before we went any further, I knew it was time to sit down with the owner to try and get to the bottom of exactly what was going on with this doll and this reported child spirit, Rebecca.
So about a month ago, I texted you and I was inquiring about the name Becky. Correct. Because I was on the phone with Ghosthunter Girls psychic medium, and she said there's a little girl spirit. Her name is Becky. She keeps coming and communicating with me, and she was pushed into the well out back, and she was the one that it was made to look like that she had drowned. Right. Even though she did not drown, she was originally murdered, right, and then placed to look like it was an accident and that she was drowned. I had not told you any of that detailed information. I simply had just, texted you and asked you if you knew about a little girl named Becky. Right. Is there any way for anyone to know that information publicly?
No. Okay, and so when you had told me about that, I had told you about I had purchased a vessel doll. Mm-hmm. When we got the vessel doll, we were told its name was Patricia. Mm-hmm. And I looked at the doll and I said, this doll's not named Patricia. This doll's named Rebecca. And there was 4 people that witnessed this conversation. We were standing in the hall by those stairs, and we had our portal app going. And I said, I feel like this belongs to a little girl, and she's not little. I would say 9, 10 years old. She's not like a little girl, but not like, toddler age, but she's a little bit older than that.
Right.
And I said, I feel like she drowned. I said, and it was a deliberate. It wasn't an accidental drowning. I said, I don't know if it was a car went into it. I said, creek, something. I said, but this wasn't an accident. I said, this little girl drowned and she died of asphyxiation. And that's what I said to them. And then my friend Melissa asked the portal app, little spirit and this, or little girl and this doll, what is your real name? And the portal app says, Becky.
Before our baseline tour of the property, we decided to try and establish some intelligent communication with little Becky.
Oh my gosh. Becky, did Richard hurt you in the well? Becky, did somebody push you in the well? Yes. Thank you, Becky. Tell me where the basement is. Is the basement in the back? Front. Is the basement in the front? Back. Back to back. Is the basement under the concrete on the back porch? Yeah. Are there bodies in the basement? Yes. How many bodies are located in the basement?
Listen carefully, as the first response does not come out of the actual device, but rather captured on the camera audio as a direct response voice phenomena. What makes this truly incredible is that we have the same response from 2 separate sources.
6.
Listen with audio enhanced.
6. Is there a portal to hell on this property? Is Satan at this location?
Yes. Sid stands for Satan in disguise. They knew she was going to ask about Sid.
Is Sid the same as Satan? Who's going to be here in a few days? Jack Osborne.
Wow. And it said Jack first. It said
Yes, Jack Osborne.
We now prepared for our tour of the property. We are here with the owner, Catherine Estes, and she is about to give us a full-on tour of the Haunted Hill House.
Yes. This is where the sealed up bathroom is. It has recently been unsealed, but this was the only way to get into this bathroom at one time. All the walls completely sealed. You can only go in through the window. What we do know is that this was the master bedroom. This was the master bathroom. During the releveling of the house, the construction workers found some weird writing up underneath this kitchen area, which used to be the master bedroom. And it was not construction writing. They said it looked like weird Latin or Egyptian writing.
Okay.
The people that lived here before Phil were into the occult. And we were told by some family members that the 2 teenage daughters would be placed in there while they did their occult activities, including having orgies and things in the house. So this is where the sealed up bathroom is. And so I wanted to show you that that was the only way in there. We had a police officer go in there, and he put luminol, and we found blood on the wall, blood on the toilet, and there was child's handprints and 2 bullet holes, blood in the bathtub, blood in the sink, and blood splatter on the mirror.
That's pretty damn gross.
Okay, so we're going to go up to the area where the well used to be. It was sealed shut. Now there is a square brick thing right here. We started digging because the neighbor, you see right here, the neighbor and the people that lived here before called it the portal to hell. So we dug probably about good 3 feet down and didn't hit nothing. It was just a bunch of bricks in a square.
Yeah,
It just kept blaring, brick.
back here.
But the people that lived here for 20 years called that the portal to hell. No one could figure out what it was, and it was in a square, but we've dug it up so it's not the way it used to be. It was in a perfect square. And they were all in a square, and it was about 3 or 4 rows stacked in a square. This constant.
So it was like a man-made centerpiece for some sort of possible dark ritual.
And like I said, the people that lived here for 20 years, that's what they called it, was a portal to hell. They called it the hell pit or portal to hell. And those are the same people involved in the occult. So why did they call it that? I have no idea. But this is where the original well was right here. There are 2 here on the property. One is underneath the house. This would be the Mesquite well or the French well. We are not sure which one was the first or the second yet. So the reason I brought you here is because of what happened one day. I had an empath show up out of nowhere, and she wanted to read this house. And I said, okay, we just opened, we just bought it. We're not really open yet. And she said, I'll pay you. I just need to feel what's going on here. I was drawn here. I don't know anything about this house.
Okay.
So she's walking around this corner, and I'm going to play what was caught on live video while we were interviewing her. You want to go ahead and do that? You're going to hear a child. You're going to hear a portal change, a growl, and then a child speak.
You can actually watch the video too.
Okay.
And when she comes around this corner, it sounds like she walks through a portal.
I see it. You can pinpoint something up in this area. Something happened up here. I can see right here. See what you feel. I look a little rough. We were up late last night. So.
Honey, you're great.
Whoa.
Mommy,
Mommy.
that's the little girl that fell in the well. I just got chills.
There's somewhere, we believe this is the location where a well used to be, right here.
Somebody fell in the well.
Somebody fell in the well, and
Wow.
She actually said that
That
she
is
was
crazy.
pushed, murdered, killed, and fell down in the well.
She spoke to a psychic before she came here. The psychic told her that.
Literally
it was
said,
over.
Mommy, I need
So
you.
was her
That
body
is
removed?
crazy.
So our psychic, Ghosthunter Girls psychic medium, Charloise, she said that there's a little girl spirit that was killed, and she was pushed down in the well. And then once she had died, she was removed and taken to a nearby creek. I don't know if you're aware of a nearby creek. She was taken to a nearby creek where she was placed in order to make it look like that she had just drowned. But she was murdered and then moved to a different place where there was water to make it look like it was an accident.
Brazos River's down the way. I don't know about a creek. But
Yeah, some sort of
Brazos River is just right
some sort of river or creek. Yeah.
It's
we'll
used
have to
such a
research
foul
it.
play.
Yeah. So that's really interesting that you can hear her say, Mommy.
It says, help me.
Help me.
Come find me.
come find me. So that gives that
That's
a little
awesome
bit of
confirmation,
credibility.
huh?
Yeah.
Yep. And,
Good confirmation for you.
and the
yeah.
fact that she's around could also, the fact that a good sense of foul play could be involved with that, could be a huge reason of why she's still around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
If they tried to
It
cover
was
it,
time
we
to
have-
switch gears inside the house.
This is our axe room.
As you know, I did not like sleeping in this room. I did not like being here at all. And there are some nights that we have to sleep here when we're here late, or people don't want to stay and they leave early, and it's 2 or 3 in the morning, so we do have to stay here some nights. So there was one night I was in this room, and it's about 3:30 in the morning. I had a shirt like yours, and I was really hot. It got really hot from the heaters. So I took the shirt off, so I didn't have a top on, okay? And I woke up with my throat hurting. I thought I was thirsty. And that shirt was tied in a knot with the sleeves pointing out this way, pulling my neck. And there was 2 large white orbs next to me.
When was this?
I would say maybe 6 months ago. Yeah, and I wouldn't sleep in here. I wouldn't even come in here after that. And shortly after that, Jennifer.
Hold on. We've got movement right over here. Is it?
Oh.
Can you pan over?
Okay, we got, yeah.
Is that? I mean, it's still going. Like something moved it. Sorry.
The little boy Jacob knocks those candles down. Oh, they're all moving now. Look.
Don't move, Dylan. Now they're all moving.
Jacob. He likes to play with the candles.
Can you make them swing back and forth even heavier than that? Can you give us more motion so that we know that it's you? And now that one is really going, and I will tell you, I have this like burning sensation over here on the, and I'm starting to feel a little bit
It's crazy.
dizzy.
You just caught that. It's like you felt it and you're like, stop.
The energy and what you told me in your head going like this, and I was just drawn.
Yeah,
It was like
Jacob
right
will
here.
come in here and those candles will be flipped over. I mean, the whole thing flipped over. He does it all the time. We have the SLS cam going, and you could see a little boy touching those on the SLS cam, and they all started swinging back and forth, and you could watch his kinetic image touching them while they're all swinging. We have had 117 scratches in this house. Before we purchased the house almost 2 years ago, year and a half ago, Phil was at 50. So in the amount of time, and he was here for 5 years. So in a year and a half, it's gone from 50 to 117. So you wanted to talk earlier about Ida. I'd like to talk about her in this location because this is where my vision was at.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell me about Ida.
So Ida has personally contacted me now twice.
Twice.
The first time was when I was here for the Secrets Revealed in October.
Right.
And after the event, I went upstairs because I wanted to do a preliminary investigation. And while I was up there, I asked the question, can you please tell me what your name is or who is, here right now? Something along the lines of that. I'm feeling very confused right now.
Right.
I feel like there's a presence here that's interfering with me.
Well, he's right there. I just see him.
Yeah.
I'm serious. He's right there.
You need to leave me alone.
He just moved right there. I can see his shadow as he's moving.
Yeah. So I asked, what the person's name was. And before I could even ask that, the paranormal puck 2, the name Ida came up on the paranormal puck 2. So I immediately knew in that moment that response had come through before I had even asked the question. She knew what I was about to ask. She was already ready to communicate with me. So Ida came through and I said, are you telling me that your name is Ida? And then we also had the SB11 spirit box on. And so I waited for about 15 seconds and a voice came through and said, yes. Do you have a name? Here is what is crazy. It knew the question that I was going to ask. I said, did you have a name? Before I even asked that, the name Ida came on the paranormal puck 2.
Did you know that I was going to ask, what is your name? So you're telling me that your name is Ida? Can you give me some more credence and give me a yes or a no?
Yes. So then about 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago, maybe, I was upstairs alone in the attic space, and I was asking questions, doing some ITC on the Paranormal Puck 2 again, and the name Ida came through. I said, "Are you lost?" And she said, "Living and earthen." Like, I'm here, I'm living, I'm lost. There was cards, table, and then it started to get dark about death.
Okay.
And then her name came through and it said Ida.
Well, let me tell you what I experienced, because we've never heard the name Ida at all come through this house at all. I'm in my personal home, and I'm trying to envision myself in this room.
Okay.
Basically, I'm closing my eyes, I'm wide awake, and I'm picturing the furniture here, you know, the tables here, here, because I'm trying to find out if there's any gold or something buried in that fireplace, because I was told there was something hidden in there. Okay. So I'm envisioning, then all of a sudden in my head, clear as day, I hear, "Hi, I'm Ida," and I can see her. She's got boingy blonde hair and she's real dingy.
Okay.
And she's a prostitute.
Yeah.
And she tells me, "Curly's in the walls." Just like that. Curly's in the walls.
Curly?
Curly. So then, this is the room that I was in. So then we were in the sealed up bathroom a few weeks back, and they asked who the man was that got shot on the toilet. And you know what the SB7 said? Curly. This is Willie. Willie ran all the gambling, bootlegging, all that stuff. Okay. Willie had a niece named Elizabeth that was a prostitute. He raped her. And they had a child named Joshua. The child was 6 years old when he died here. He was born on April 8th, 1953. And he was murdered along with his mother in 1959. Joshua was born with webbed hand, webbed feet. He talks as though he has Down syndrome. And he has cranial disfigurement. Joshua was supposed to be kept upstairs. He was not allowed to come downstairs at all. And he came downstairs, disobeyed Willie. Willie was drunk, chased him upstairs and beat him to death. His mother tried to go up there to stop him, and he shot her in the stomach, and her blood is on those stairs.
We decided to begin our preliminary investigation in Joshua's room.
Oh, that's a whole nother vibe. Oh, that's a whole nother vibe.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start in Joshua's room.
All right.
Okay, so we're in Joshua's room. I believe Kathy's told you guys about Elizabeth and Willie, and that Willie raped his niece, and Joshua was born out of that meeting. And Joshua was different. He had an elongated skull, webbed hands. If you actually want to go to Joshua's room, you can go through that little door and go to the back. He likes to hide out back there. I think that they kept him back there for a couple of reasons. They kept him back there because they didn't want him to see everything that was going on with the prostitution, and also because he was different. Ooh, something's on me right now. I'm sorry. Joshua.
Mind if we run a little EVP session real quick?
Oh, wow. I mean, you've got
He's
chills.
all
Yeah.
over me.
Oh, yeah.
It's freezing. Feel this cold spot. Freezing right here. Feel how cold it is right in here.
Recorder.
I mean,
Hey, Joshua. Are you right here with us right now? I feel it in my hand. It's like right around the recorder.
You just touched my finger.
He's right here. Joshua, are you here?
That is crazy. I have never had a
It's
cool breeze like this touch
right,
me.
yeah. Right here. Feel this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's right where my hands are at. Put your hands right there, right where my hands were at.
I can feel it right here. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry we're freaking out right now, Joshua. It's just if this is you, you're doing an amazing job showing us that you're here.
Now we need you to come through and talk to us on this digital recorder so we can hear you.
I heard something moving right back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that standing back up?
Yeah, he's stood back up.
Okay. Earlier that day, we had discovered what appeared to be the apparition of a child walking across that very spot.
Yeah, I think it was more than one.
Okay, so this is a video of a Spider-Man toy earlier today, a blow-up Spider-Man. From the left, you can see now an apparition, legs starting to walk across.
See, go right through the chair too.
Went right through the chair. The legs are now in the middle of the screen. You can see the apparition of the child, and then the Spider-Man toy falls.
Oh, you can see
And they're
it.
still walking.
Still walking. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Amazing.
Okay.
wow.
Do you want to play with? Do you want to play with the Spider-Man? Is Spider-Man your favorite superhero? He's mine too.
Josh, can you say my name?
We'll play back. Whoa.
Already?
It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have goosebumps at all.
Yeah.
It's just warm now. It's gone.
I'm sorry you're freaking out right now, Joshua. It's just, if this is you, you're doing an amazing job showing us that you're here.
No, we need you to come through and talk to us on this digital recorder so we can hear you.
Well, what was
right
that?
there,
What was
right
that?
there.
Hold on.
We can hear you.
It's a whisper. It is a full-on
That's a sentence.
full-on sentence.
Digital recorder so we can hear you.
He said, I can't move.
Yeah, I can't move.
I'm getting really emotional right now. Because
So what I just heard was movement back here. You can go right through here, go all the way back, and go into Toby's room. I just heard movement going
Yeah, I
through
heard
there.
like something moving,
Yeah.
crawling around back in here.
Yeah, he might have just bolted.
I want to hear it closer to me.
Yeah, it says I can't move.
On this digital recorder so we can hear you.
I can't move.
I thought it said it hurts.
I hurt.
It hurts.
It hurts.
I can't move.
it hurts.
Okay,
I
yeah.
can't move.
What a
Oh my
bastard
gosh.
Willie is, because Willie killed him up here.
It hurts. I can't move.
Wow. I'm sorry, Joshua.
You know what was,
Wow.
but let's go back a little bit because when you were standing here, you got the chills, but I could clearly visibly see that you were overtaken. and
Oh,
it
yeah,
seemed like-
it came over me
it
twice.
seemed like you just got emotional.
Yeah,
You know?
he takes my breath away when he does it. When I come up here and I'm doing a tour, some
Like
people
he wants you to feel his energy.
some
and his
people are
emotion.
like almost like they think I'm fake. I don't know if they think I'm faking it or what, but yeah, it's almost like He took my breath away for a second. That's why I was like,
That's real. There's
Yeah.
proof
That's
right there.
That's solid evidence.
Yeah.
it
Right there.
hurts. I can't
Of everything
move.
that you're telling us.
Yeah.
That, you know, when you're that's solid evidence. That's him.
Yeah.
Somebody speaking through us, telling us, hey, I'm like, you know, we heard him. It's incredible. You know, everything that we're being told that you're telling us is validated by that completely.
There's those who have once had a body and passed away, and it's the darkness in them that keeps them earthbound here in the third dimension, in the spiritual plane. And that's who we will see when we go on paranormal investigations. They also need help being sent back to the light. They're stuck, if you will. Even innocent spirits like a child, the reason why they're stuck is because that trauma is from whatever event that took them there is still a form of negativity. Any form of negativity has dark nature, is of dark nature. And so that's why once you're able to help them work through that, or they may be confused, then we're able to understand and learn from that.
After communicating with Joshua, we turn our attention to the portals to hell.
So the other thing on this is, look at this. Who's this over here?
That's Satan.
That's
Satan.
You just gave me chills saying that. You know what that reminds me of?
Look at him. I've seen him before. Look at him. He's in true form. He's standing right there. That is Satan.
It reminds me of the dark Roman Catholic Church, where they walk down with the black garb and the weird black hat on.
He's black as black. But here's another thing is that we asked who was here, and it came through very clearly in the direct link. It said Satan.
Satan's here.
Oh, he's here.
I know he is, because we've got, I don't know how many EVP recordings of them talking to Satan. Satan. Yes. I've got a recording in Emily's room. And they say...
That was right here where that picture was taken?
That was in Emily's room. The one where we got up and left to come in here because we heard noise. This is the room where they brought the negative energies. So it was in the left-hand corner over there. And you can plainly see there's nothing over there that would make that.
Right.
Yeah. And that white face, it's not a flash on a window or nothing, because it's half on. The face is like right here. It's half on this wood. That devil-looking thing, or not Toby, but Sid is what I think it is, was right here. I was sitting right there when the picture was taken. What you say is the devil was right over here. Let's see. See? Right there. And there's not even enough room because, well, no, he's actually standing about right here.
But even still, it comes...
He goes over.
Would have been right here, because you can see it was right here.
You can see the white right there too.
Yep.
Here is the actual photo.
Yep.
I'm just going to stand right here for a second. Because I can. I decided to conduct a burst ITC with the direct link FX to see if I could get some more answers. Who is here in Emily's room? Come through and speak loud and clear, one at a time. Who is here in Emily's room? I heard Sunny. Sunny is not up here. Is there anything you would like to say to Sunny? Jack just came through again. Why do you keep saying the name Jack? Is there a portal to hell up here? Yep. How many portals are up here in this top level? How many portals to hell are there up here in this top level? Eight? Did you say that? No, there's not eight. Watch as a light anomaly passes directly in front of me. Eight. I heard eight again. There are 8 portals to hell up here. Can you just give me a yes or a no? Who is going to be here in a couple of days? Jack. They're talking about Jack. Do you know Jack's last name? I really feel like I just heard Osborne. Are there any demons in this room? You. Are you calling me a demon? So, there's been some pretty serious dark rituals that have gone on in here. There's definitely a portal. As dawn came, it was time to bring in our psychic medium and see what she would pick up on.
Okay. So I'm here with Shar. She is Ghosthunter Girls psychic medium. We are here on the outside of the Haunted Hill House. I'm going to show her a few areas around the house to see what she picks up on. I would like to note at this time that she knows nothing about the property. She's done zero research, and we specifically did this so that she would not have any type of outside influence, and she's only going to be picking up on the energies that come through to her without that any type of influence involved.
I see water, like a body of water, like a small stream.
We actually found pipes coming down on that side of the hill, and we believe that it did transfer water, and then also that location over there where we believe the well was.
Okay.
Okay.
So I see a man. I see a gentleman, an older man. He's wearing black pants and like a white shirt, his sleeves rolled up, and he's dipping like a container into the well and then pouring it into buckets. And he's got like a I see like he put his hand in the bucket and he's sipping water. And he's drinking the water from his hand. And then, and I see later that he's bottling the water. And he's drinking from the glass bottles.
Where's this located at exactly? Where's and he's drinking it from glass bottles.
Yeah, and he's sealed the glass bottles. Like I see cork tops or something. Like he's got something. Looks like medicine bottles or something. But
Okay.
Some are clear bottles, some are brown bottles, and he's just pouring them. He's drinking them, and he's got his hand on his chest and he's smiling. Look at something like he just feels like I feel like this. Like he feels like it's almost an addiction. Like he's drinking these waters and he just feels super good. Like I feel better. What I see next is I see there's a body of a child in the well, and she was removed, and she was placed somewhere in a body of water,
Mm-hmm.
and she was transferred. Like she was either pushed or fell into the well. She was playing near the well. It was near, and she fell in, and she was found. And then they transferred her to a body of water and put her face down, and that's how and I see people around her picking her out of the water and wrapping it. I feel like as if she originally died in hell, and then she was moved, and that's how she was told, how authorities were told that she was found in that water. But she was transferred.
Now I'm going to pan around towards the house. There's this little area right here. Okay, and you can see.
What's that right there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do you?
That's another well.
It's another well.
Like there was there was water. I see water in there.
Okay.
Well, I see a bunch of people gathered.
Okay.
Men and women. I see men and women. But I'm being led down to the basement. I see like a passageway from underground passageway.
Is it from inside the house?
From inside the house, underneath the downstairs.
Okay.
Go walk in real quick.
I'm going to walk in, and I'm just going to start walking through.
I'm being led down there.
Okay, we're going. Who's leading you down there, you know?
Man. Yeah. I see men coming in and going in and out of this entrance. And they're walking, and they're holding hurricane lanterns.
She says she sees men walking in and out. And walking in and out from where?
There's an entrance. That's the basement. There's a wall. There's an entrance. Turn around.
Turn around.
Through that doorway.
Through this doorway? What?
That wall is new. It was never there before.
This goes to on the other side of this. Is
Into the living room.
On the other side of this, okay.
That right there, that fireplace was installed at a later date after what I see the entrance. Pan around again. Pan around to your right.
Okay, I'm going to come back. Here's the closet, and I'm panning over.
There was an edge. There's a new wall or something. There's something that's covering a wall. There's a hole in the wall. That place used to be a brothel.
There's a wall behind the wall. There's a hole there too where you can see it. Where's the hole at? There's a hole behind the shelf. There's a wall behind this wall that looks exactly like this.
Yeah, right here. You can't see it because it's covering it, but there's a hole in the wall.
Behind the shelf, and this wall looks exactly like the wall behind it.
There's a brothel. There's men coming in, pointing it out. There used to be women. I see women. I see men meeting women in the bedrooms. Two names just came to me. One is Ida and one is Victoria.
Have you ever heard Victoria? Now, what is Ida saying? Because Ida's appeared to me before too. Ida told me a secret about this room.
That's where they used to. All I'm saying is that there was. I see a man get shot in that room. She showed me. I saw a man get shot. Two men were fighting. Anger. One man killed.
What happened to the man that was killed?
He died of a gunshot.
We moved up to Emily's room where the photo of Satan was captured and where I had conducted an ITC session with the Direct Link FX.
There's people holding seances in that room. I see there's more than one people. There's so many seances. There are rituals. Trying to attempt to communicate with the spirits, but they didn't communicate with any spirit except they opened the portal in there. And they opened a portal, and then there's a lot of like malevolent spirits coming in and out of there. That's where seances were held in that room.
Right now, do you see this?
That's a well. That used to be a well.
It used to be a well.
No. If you dig through that, there's going to be it's an entrance. It leads down to a hole.
It leads down to a hole. Okay. A hole that, for what?
There used to be water down there, but then I feel like I see them. That's another entrance.
As we wrapped up our investigation, we knew that we had helped to find some answers. On the same token, there were so many questions left unturned.